Hey NFL fans, I'm Matt Ufford. This is Uffsides, where we preview just a fun group of NFL games, a select few must-watch. It's week 5. Also, it's October. That means Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That means random articles of pink uniform items. Because the NFL cares about medical issues. Unless it's the players who've been concussed and are dying of brain diseases. But hey, breast cancer, you matter too. Saints at Bears is a great early game on Sunday. Drew Brees will be looking to break his own record that he already tied of 10 straight 300-yard passing games. Over the last 7 games, he's averaged 369 passing yards with a total of 21 touchdowns to just 5 interceptions. He's really good. And of course, the Bears looked ugly up the middle as Reggie Bush ran for 13 times for 122 yards and a touchdown between the tackles last Sunday. That's because Henry Melton is gone for the season.
18 times.
18 between the tackles.
Oh, you said between the tackles?
I said between the tackles.
I heard you say 13.
I got
just
stats.
checked that. My bad.
I got stats.
Keep going.
Oh yeah. Good news for the Bears is that the Saints suck at running the ball. So who knows? I don't. Las Vegas does not want to mess with this game. The line that we've been able to find is Chicago by 1. My heart wants to pick the Saints because I think they're a better team, but let's go Bears on this one. What do you say?
I go Bears as well.
Really?
I like them at home.
Put everything you own in the Saints. The Uffsides Tire Fire of the week. Eagles at Giants. These teams are hilariously bad so far. I was a week 1 believer in the Eagles and continue to believe in them despite the results of the following weeks. What it comes down to is these are 2 teams with just awful defenses. Philly allowing 34.5 points per game. The Giants, even worse, 36.5 points per game. That's right, they got shut out 38-0, and that was just like an average day for them. For the Eagles, I can't even pick out what's wrong with the defense because it's just everything.
Their third cornerback is literally a barrel that they don't put the top on. They just leave it out in the secondary.
Hey, here's a fun stat. Eli Manning has 11 turnovers in 4 games. That's more than all but 2 other teams in the league, discounting the Giants, obviously. Giants favored by 2 to 2.5. I'm gonna go Giants, even though they suck at home. What do you say?
Antrell Roll said the Giants are going to win 12 in a row, so if he said it, it must be true. I'm going to go Giants.
The NFC North leading Lions travel to Green Bay to face off against the Packers, who are 1-2, but those 2 losses were close road losses. Also, the Packers have won 14 of their last 15 against the Lions. That is ownage. Both these teams sport top 5 offenses, scoring more than 30 points a game. Of course, Aaron Rodgers, Matt Stafford. As for the Packers, they've of course had a bye week to get healthy. Eddie Lacy should be back from that concussion. Jonathan Franklin has gotten healthy. James Stark's still kind of iffy. Regardless, the running back position should be good for the Packers, who actually have one of the highest yards per carry in the NFL at 5.3, but they don't need to run it very often because, oh right, Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback. He's okay. Packers, of course, have been a little susceptible on defense this year, and Calvin Johnson really likes playing the Packers. He has averaged about 100 yards and a touchdown against them throughout his career and had 260-plus yards against them in the 2 games in 2012. Seahawks at Colts, 2 teams with power running games and talented young quarterbacks in their sophomore season. The Seahawks, of course, are coming off a grueling overtime, almost 5 full quarters a game in Houston. The Colts, meanwhile, are adjusting nicely to new offensive coordinator Pep Hamilton's power running scheme. New acquisition Trent Richardson, averaging almost 5 yards per carry this season. And Andrew Luck has gotten much more efficient. His yards per attempt are way up, and he's throwing fewer interceptions.
Trent Richardson himself not averaging 5 yards a carry, but the team is averaging 50.
Yeah, well, thanks for fact checking.
Yeah.
Nobody asked you. Look for the Seahawks to implement ways to get Russell Wilson moving and out of the pocket, bootlegs, to minimize the effect of their weakened offensive line. Line for this one is Seahawks by 2.5 to 3 points. As usual, I would pick against the Seahawks, hoping that they will actually win the game. I think that the 5 quarters they played last week, second 10 a.m. road game, I go with the Colts on this one. Sunday night football, Texans at 49ers, a pair of middling 500 teams. No, of course, these are two very good teams, very good defenses, playing very conservative ball right now. The issues with the Texans are that they clearly don't trust Matt Schaub to make decisions, because when he does, he throws pick sixes in 3 consecutive games.
Gary Kubiak won't even let Schaub call audibles anymore. Stripped of those privileges.
Man. Let's talk about the U. 3 players from the 2001 Miami Hurricanes could have a big impact in this game. Running back Frank Gore looked great last week against the Rams. You've got Andre Johnson, ageless wonder despite injury, looked fantastic against the Seahawks. And Ed Reed, Texans safety, looking to disrupt Colin Kaepernick, who is yet to look as good this year as he did last year. Jim Harbaugh is 8-1-1 all time with 10 days to prepare for a game. Also undefeated in home primetime games. The line is Niners by 7, but God, I think this is a close game.
My guess was 27-13, aided by that 4th straight pick 6 by Schaub, but we'll see.
Really, 2 touchdowns.
I think 27-13 sounds about right.
It's going to be a repeat of the Colts game.
I like the Texans to cover. Those are my picks for the 5 best games of the week 5 in the NFL. Do enjoy the games. Don't take my betting advice. This is strictly for entertainment purposes. And the jury's still out on that entertainment value. Until next week.